Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on the Iron Man Profile. In today's video, we are going for an RNG drop that you get from junk fishing, and I want it really badly. I have to do a ton of it to get this new item, as well as getting the Luck of the Sea 7 enchant, which is ridiculously expensive and a lot of trash we have to fish up, so hopefully we can get this RNG drop by then. But if you're excited for that, as well as a bunch of new update content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Super quickly though, if you do ever find yourself checking on the Hypixel store for the brand new spring seasonal bundle over at Taylor's shop, I highly recommend picking up some of these skins. They're limited time. They'll probably return next spring, but yeah, there's some really cool dyes in here. We have some runes. There's a power orb skin, some new barn skins that we'll take a look at later. Just some really cool items overall. So if you do find yourself picking up anything on the Hypixel store, don't forget to use my career code. It is code Zach, spelled just like my name, ZACH. If you type that on checkout, you actually save 5% on your purchase. Great way to support myself and the channel, and I do greatly appreciate everyone who uses my code. You guys are the best. But without further ado, let's jump right into today's episode. So after treasure, trash, junk fishing, whatever you want to call it, for a good while, I now have everything I need, I believe, to actually go ahead and get this treasure hook. So I was misunderstanding what this thing does. Basically, the description is only allows you to catch items and treasure. In my, the way I comprehended this was a lot of times when you're treasure fishing, especially in the junkyard or the backwater bayou, is you'll get like a raw fish, a raw salmon, and then like a junk, those type of things. So I thought this was just replacing raw fish basically with items, which now I'm understanding doesn't make sense. Basically, it's as if you're wearing Trophy Hunter by having this on. So you can actually like trophy fish or treasure fish basically in any set by having this on your rod. So I think that's actually really cool. It doesn't limit hunter armor to being the only thing you can do that in, but also kind of removes the use for trophy hunter armor, so it is what it is. But to get this, we needed 4 old leather boots, 32 busted belt buckles, 256 rusty coins, which we do have all of those. We have all the rusty coins, busted belt buckles, and old leather boots, but we also need a bayou water orb. Now, I was missing only a poison sample for this. I went to the spider's den. I was like, okay, let me see if it's a thunderstorm. It was. I killed one slime and it dropped a poison sample. So pretty insane. It was meant to be. But if we do recipe bayou, we need to craft this thing. This is going to be a little bit painful because it's a lot of new materials. Given up like torn cloth. I only have 18 torn cloth right now in total, which is ridiculous. But all we need is a water orb. So let's craft one of these. Also a little bit tedious to craft. And that leaves us with everything we need for this. So it's an enchant clay block. Wait. Oh, it's an extra... Oh, I forgot about all the stuff this actually needs. Do I have enough busted belt buckles afterwards? I do. I have the old leather boot. I'm going to need to get some more rusty coins, though. So let me craft this just so I can actually see the proper number. But I forgot that this requires rusty coins. So let's craft a bayou water orb. A little bit painful, but has to be done, and we're actually going to need a second bayou water orb, not to mention for bobbin times, which I do want to craft some of, but if we get the Titanoboa shed, we will need another bayou water orb for that, but yeah, for the time being, okay, I need 256 rusty coins. How many am I at? 215. Let me hop back into the water. I got a little bit more fishing to do, I suppose. I thought I had enough. I forgot this needed a stack. Okay, after that small miscalculation, I should have exactly enough. So if we head on over to Junker Joel, hey buddy. Also, I still need to do a ton of treasure junk fishing. I need to get the Moby Duck, which is the consumable in this update. I need to have in my time pocket for 150 hours or 300 outside for 5 Skyblock XP. So still have a lot of work to do, but for a Bayou Water Orb and all this junk we fished up, we can go ahead and get the treasure hook. There we go. This thing's worth 55.5 schmillion coins. Let's go over to the museum. And yeah, it's crazy how much money I could have made like this update. Like just the amount of stuff you just pull in is pretty ridiculous. Like, yeah, I don't know. Just hundreds of millions of coins worth of stuff I've gotten so far. But let's go ahead and donate the treasure hook. There we go. That is plus 6 Skyblock XP. Thank you very much. I'm going to go and grab this out, though. Kind of want to use it a little bit. Put it to the test. And, yeah, I think I'm going to slap it onto my Raw to Sea and keep doing some treasure fishing. So let's go back to the bayou. We can make our way over to Roddy really quickly. He's over here on the left side. Slap this thing on, and I'm basically just going to fish, I guess, in my Hellfire. Or, sorry, my Magma Lord, I guess, is kind of the strat. So we have the treasure hook on there, the speedy line, and the junk sinker. So we can take those. I'll put those there, my 2 hotspot things. These things are worth a ton. It's like 100 million coins right there for the 2. But now, if I assume this correctly, I should be able to like treasure fish basically in any single set I want. How's my treasure chance looking still? 25.7. Obviously, I'll have more fishing speed probably in this set. Yeah. Basically, I can just change which armor I'm wearing. I guess it makes it easier to loot share, I guess, which is a plus. And then also, technically, oh, this comes back into play. So this gives me 2 treasure chance when I'm fishing in a hotspot. So I can treasure fish, I guess, in hotspots. And then also I should try and look for treasure chance hotspots for an extra 1. There's a sea... okay, it looks just like a bunch of sea creature chances. But I don't actually have to be near anyone. So I can kind of just chill in here. And this should put me up to like 27.7 treasure chance, I guess. So not terrible. And I can go loot share easier if I want to. So I guess I should fish near everyone because I do have bobbin time, right? That just increases all my stats. So technically I should just follow around the crew even if I'm just junk fishing like this. Okay, cool. So I guess technically better stats for what I'm doing, which is nice to see. Obviously, still need to get the Moby Duck book, and honestly, I mean, I'm kind of okay that I still need it because I still need to do a ton of this stuff anyways. I want to get my hands on 2 of these enchant upgrades for Luck of the Sea to Luck of the Sea 7, and these are 512 rusty coins, 64 busted belt buckles, and 8 old leather boots per. That is genuinely absurd, and I want 2 of them, so I need over 1,000 rusty coins. So I have a lot of treasure junk fishing to do, I do suppose. But honestly, if I get the Moby Duck by the time I get 1 of those, I'll be happy and I'll leave it for a bit. And eventually I'll circle back and do this at a later date. But I guess I can do this for a bit or until I get bored and want to see some sea creatures again is basically my limits. Okay, after Alatham and Blackstar searching for genuinely hours to find a Vanguard corpse, they finally did. I have a skeleton key. There's 2 that I want to use today because I've just been junk treasure fishing the whole time, but let's see if we can actually get something. We're looking for a metallic mini, a locket, or a die, basically. So give us the goods. Boom. Oh, I saw the gold and I got excited. I mean, 100K, we did get a tungsten plate back, which is pretty nice. A tungsten key, 2 refined umber, some flawless, honestly, a bunch of citron and peridot, so can't fully complain. Definitely not what we were looking for, but could have been a lot worse. Okay, this one took nowhere as close to as long, but yeah, Blackstar found another Vanguard, which is really nice. This is my last skeleton key I have right now, but we should be getting a 4-perk Mare Cole soon, so I'm going to go a little crazy then. And my Glaciate Golem on, give us the goods. There's a lot going on there. Another tungsten plate, tungsten key, some scrap, refined mithril. Not what we're looking for, but only minus 6 mil, so I honestly will not complain. So besides waiting on those Vanguards, I was junk treasure fishing, trying to get the Moby Duck book consumable thing. And I've heard people say it takes about 2 hours, or like basically in the time it takes to go for the treasure hook, you should have it. That's what I've heard multiple times. There's probably some people who have had it much worse. I am now a part of that group of people because we got the treasure hook, as you guys saw, and I used the treasure hook so much that I actually have enough stuff now to get the gold bottle cap, which is a lot of junk. 512 rusty coins takes a couple hours, I'm going to be honest, and a stack of busted belt buckles and 8 old leather boots, and I still do not have the Moldy Duck book. So a little unfortunate, and we already did this. Like, after this, I arguably only need to buy this 1 more time, and I'm completely done with junk after that. The only thing I'm missing is the book. So it is unfortunate, but we can go ahead and buy the golden bottle cap. I should have enough. 512 rusty coins on the dot. Bunch of busted belt buckles and old leather boots. So let's go and buy the gold bottle cap. This will increase our luck of the sea by 1 level. There we go. I can NPC sell it for 1 million coins. A little money-making method for Iron Man players, I guess. If I don't know why you'd ever do that, but you can. So I do have Luck of the Sea 6. Now, what is the difference with Luck of the Sea 7? What will the actual stat difference be? I'm assuming 3.5 treasure chance instead of 3, so that's pretty decent. Let's go ahead and slap that, though, onto our Rod to Sea. This is the one we're going to be treasure fishing with the most. Luck of the Sea 7, that actually looks kind of insane, but yeah, let's go and do it. 3, 2, 1, boom, and I guess an extra 0.5 treasure chance while we go for the next golden bottle cap or the Moldy Duck, whichever comes first. But almost done with junk forever. I'm going to probably sea creature fish for a little bit, though. A little bit of a change in scenery. But yeah, that actually looks clean. I can't wait to have all tier 7 enchants of all the fishing enchants on this. That's gonna be sick. So besides fishing, I've been back to doing sea creatures now, obviously. Been working on my bestiaries, but there's a couple things I want to show you guys because there's a brand new seasonal bundle that I probably talked about in the intro, but I don't know if I showed off the barn skins. So I'm going to show off the one that's my favorite. You can check out the other one, though, by picking it up, or maybe I'll change my skin to it. But this is the butterfly barn skin that you can pick up for 650 Skyblock gems right now. Very spring-themed, honestly. I do enjoy it. I also really like the flower pot one, though. If I swap that really quickly, I'll let that switch. But yeah, also very clean once it changes. So it's like a big flower pot in the center. I think they did a really good job with the seasonal bundle this time. And I put the, like, blooming carpet rune on my fermento boots. Pretty like garden themed, I guess you could say. That might get a little bit annoying or frame intensive, but I think it's cool. There's like little flower particles and like kind of this green. I think it looks good with the fermento set. But yeah, this is the flower pot barn skin. Highly recommend picking them up. If you do, don't forget to use my creator code Zach to save 5%. But unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today's video. I'm going to keep on fishing, still trying to get this Moby Duck book, and hopefully I have it for tomorrow's video, and I'll just be done with trash fishing forever. But besides that, that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Use code Zach when checking out the Hypixel store for the new bundle. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, and peace out.